The Jewish God occupies a central place in the faith, history, and cultural identity of the Jewish people. Understanding the nature of the Jewish God is essential to grasping the beliefs and practices of Judaism and the Jewish community as a whole. The concept of the Jewish God, often referred to as Hashem or Adonai, is deeply rooted in monotheism, emphasizing the belief in one all-powerful and transcendent deity. This monotheistic principle sets the foundation for Jewish theology and serves as the core distinguishing feature of Judaism from other religious traditions. The Jewish God is also characterized by a personal and ethical nature, as depicted in the Hebrew Bible through narratives of divine interventions, covenants, and commandments. These accounts form the basis of the covenantal relationship between the Jewish people and their God, highlighting concepts of chosenness, moral responsibility, and the pursuit of justice within the framework of Jewish teachings. Additionally, the Jewish God is often described as omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, existing beyond human comprehension, yet intimately involved in the affairs of the world. This inherent complexity in understanding the nature of the Jewish God has sparked centuries of theological inquiry, interpretation, and contemplation within Jewish thought, contributing to the rich tapestry of philosophical and mystical perspectives. Furthermore, the concept of the Jewish God extends beyond theological significance and permeates every facet of Jewish life, shaping traditions, rituals, and values that are deeply rooted in the recognition of divine presence and guidance. Thus, the multifaceted nature of the Jewish God underscores the profound impact of this divine figure on the collective consciousness of the Jewish people, serving as the eternal source of inspiration, guidance, and devotion throughout their history and continuing into the present day. The nature of the Jewish God. The Jewish God is often described as monotheistic, the one and only God, a core tenet that distinguishes Judaism from many ancient religions that worshipped multiple gods. This concept of monotheism is deeply rooted in the Jewish faith and is the foundation of the Jewish understanding of the divine. The belief in one God emphasizes the absolute singularity and uniqueness of the Jewish God, who is without equal or rival. It underscores the idea that the Jewish God is the sole creator and ruler of the universe, transcending all other beings and entities. This monotheistic framework shapes the moral and ethical principles of Judaism, guiding adherents to uphold a covenantal relationship with the singular, omnipotent, and transcendent God. In addition to being monotheistic, the Jewish God is believed to be omnipotent or all-powerful, exemplifying limitless authority and control over the world and all that is within it. This omnipotence is demonstrated throughout Jewish scripture, where God's actions, miracles, and interventions underscore the boundless nature of divine power. Furthermore, the belief in God's omniscience, or all-knowing nature, is foundational to the Jewish understanding of the divine. This attribute is reflected in the portrayal of God as the ultimate source of wisdom, insight, and understanding, encompassing knowledge of the past, present, and future. It emphasizes the concept of God as a guiding force, intimately aware of the innermost thoughts and intentions of humanity. Moreover, the Jewish God is seen as omnipresent, existing everywhere simultaneously. This omnipresence underscores the idea that there is no place devoid of God's presence, as the divine is intimately interwoven with the fabric of existence. It offers the comforting assurance that God is accessible and near to those who seek solace, guidance, and connection, permeating every aspect of life and the universe at large. The omnipresence of the Jewish God serves as a source of comfort and strength for individuals, fostering a profound sense of connectivity and divine companionship. The Jewish God is also portrayed as compassionate, just, and merciful, emanating a profound sense of empathy and concern for the well-being of humanity. This compassionate aspect of God is highlighted in numerous biblical accounts, where God responds to the plight of individuals, extends forgiveness, and demonstrates loving kindness towards those in need. Furthermore, the Jewish understanding of God's justice underscores the belief that God is fair and impartial, holding all individuals accountable for their actions and ensuring equity and righteousness in the world. This portrayal of divine justice is intertwined with the concept of moral conduct and ethical behavior, as adherence to God's commandments and the pursuit of justice are integral to the Jewish understanding of the divine-human relationship. The Hebrew Bible, or Tanakh, serves as the primary source for understanding the characteristics and teachings of the Jewish God, offering a rich and complex portrait of God's nature and relationship with humanity. The narratives, laws, prophecies, and poetry within the Tanakh provide multifaceted insights into the attributes and actions of the Jewish God, shaping the theological framework and spiritual ethos of Judaism. The depiction of the Jewish God in the Tanakh encompasses a diverse range of qualities, spanning from the awe-inspiring majesty of divine power to the tender compassion and empathy towards humanity. Overall, the nature of the Jewish God as conveyed in the Tanakh embodies a profound and multifaceted understanding of the divine, encompassing omnipotence, omniscience, omnipresence, compassion, justice, and mercy. The role of the Jewish God in history and tradition. The Jewish God is intrinsically linked to the historical and cultural identity of the Jewish people. Throughout history, the Jewish God has played a pivotal role in shaping the narrative of the Jewish people. Not only is the Jewish God depicted as the creator of the world in the book of Genesis, but also as the sustainer and protector of the Jewish people. The relationship between the Jewish God and the Jewish people is exemplified in the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt, a defining moment that solidified the covenant between the Jewish people and their God. This historical event is commemorated annually during the Passover festival, highlighting the enduring significance of the Jewish God in Jewish tradition. Furthermore, the Jewish God is revered as the divine bestower of the Torah at Mount Sinai, providing the Jewish people with a set of ethical and moral principles that serve as the foundation of Jewish law and tradition. This sacred moment of revelation underscores the central role of the Jewish God in imparting spiritual guidance and moral direction to his people. Moreover, the Jewish God's influence is deeply integrated into various facets of Jewish life, encompassing traditions, rituals, and holidays. The observance of Shabbat, the Sabbath, stands as a testament to the enduring connection between the Jewish people and their God, as it represents a weekly opportunity for the community to engage in spiritual reflection, rest, and rejuvenation in accordance with the divine commandment. Additionally, the celebration of Passover not only commemorates the historical deliverance from bondage, but also reinforces the enduring presence of the Jewish God in the lives of the Jewish people. The Jewish God's impact extends beyond historical events and traditions, permeating into the daily lives of individuals and communities. He is revered as a source of comfort, guidance, and hope, providing strength and solace to individuals and communities during times of hardship and joy. Through prayer, individuals establish a profound connection with the Jewish God, seeking solace, supplication, and gratitude. The Jewish God's role as a pillar of support is manifested in the communal recitation of prayers, which serve as a conduit for spiritual communion and communal solidarity. In summary, the Jewish God's role in history and tradition is multifaceted, encompassing his portrayal as the creator, liberator, and giver of the Torah, as well as his integration into various Jewish traditions, rituals, and holidays. His enduring presence provides a source of comfort, guidance, and hope to the Jewish people, reinforcing the deep-seated connection between the Jewish God and the Jewish identity. The relationship between the Jewish God and humanity. Central to Judaism is the idea of a covenantal relationship between the Jewish people and their God. This covenant, established according to Jewish tradition, outlines the mutual responsibilities and expectations between God and the Jewish people. The Jewish God is often viewed as intimately involved in the lives of individuals and the fate of the Jewish people as a whole. This involvement is seen through various historical events and through the concept of divine providence that is believed to shape the course of human history. It is believed that God actively directs and intervenes in the lives of his people, guiding them through their various trials and tribulations. Moreover, the Jewish God is often perceived as a source of strength and solace, providing comfort and support during times of difficulty and distress. Furthermore, The relationship between the Jewish God and humanity emphasizes the concept of divine justice and compassion. In Jewish tradition, God is seen as a just and merciful deity, balancing the scales of justice with compassion and understanding. This duality of justice and compassion is reflected in various biblical narratives and religious teachings, highlighting the multifaceted nature of the Jewish God's relationship with humanity. Additionally, the Jewish God is often portrayed as a source of moral guidance, providing ethical precepts and commandments that serve as a framework for leading a righteous and virtuous life. These ethical teachings, encapsulated in the Torah and other sacred texts, contribute to the moral development and spiritual well-being of individuals and communities, thus deepening the connection between the Jewish God and humanity. Prayer and ethical living are fundamental components of fostering a strong connection with the Jewish God, emphasizing the importance of personal and communal righteousness. Through prayer, individuals are able to establish a direct line of communication with the divine, seeking guidance, solace, and expressing gratitude. This act of devotion serves to deepen the individual's spiritual connection with the Jewish God, fostering a sense of intimacy and personal relationship. Similarly, the pursuit of ethical living, guided by the moral precepts and commandments outlined in Jewish tradition, reinforces the covenantal relationship between the Jewish people and their God. By upholding ethical principles and engaging in acts of righteousness, individuals actively participate in strengthening their bond with the Jewish God, contributing to the overall well-being of the community and fulfilling their part in the covenantal relationship. Therefore, the relationship between the Jewish God and humanity is characterized by divine involvement, justice, compassion, moral guidance, and the cultivation of a deep and meaningful connection through prayer and ethical living. The Jewish God in contemporary society. The concept of the Jewish God continues to be a central tenet in the lives of Jewish individuals and communities around the world. The Jewish God is a focal point of Jewish religious practice, serving as the foundation for a wide array of customs, rituals, and traditions that are observed by Jewish communities globally. Moreover, the Jewish God plays a pivotal role in shaping the collective identity of the Jewish people, as the belief in a single, omnipotent deity unites Jews of diverse cultural backgrounds and geographic locations. This shared belief forms a bond that transcends language, race, and nationality, fostering a sense of interconnectedness among Jews across the globe. In addition to its role in fostering unity within the Jewish community, the Jewish God serves as a moral compass, providing a framework for ethical decision-making and guiding the behavior of Jewish individuals in both their personal and professional lives. The teachings and commandments attributed to the Jewish God, as recorded in the Torah and other sacred texts, offer a set of principles that govern various aspects of life, from interpersonal relationships to business practices. As a result, the Jewish God influences the ethical considerations and moral choices of Jewish individuals, shaping their interactions with others and their approach to societal responsibilities. Furthermore, the Jewish God is a source of comfort, strength, and guidance for individuals facing personal challenges and adversities. Through prayer, reflection, and the study of religious texts, Jewish individuals seek solace and inspiration from their faith in the Jewish God, finding reassurance in the belief that they are not alone in their struggles. This spiritual connection to the Jewish God reinforces the resilience and perseverance of Jewish individuals, enabling them to confront life's obstacles with a sense of hope and determination. Moreover, the Jewish God is intertwined with the concept of tikkun olam, or the imperative to participate in acts of repairing and healing the world. This notion underscores the role of Jewish individuals in contributing to the betterment of society, whether through charitable deeds, social justice advocacy, or environmental stewardship. The belief in the Jewish God motivates Jewish communities to engage in initiatives aimed at alleviating suffering, promoting equality, and safeguarding the planet, reflecting a deep-seated commitment to fulfilling moral responsibilities as inspired by their faith. In contemporary society, the Jewish God continues to be a dynamic and influential force, shaping the spiritual, ethical, and communal dimensions of Jewish life. As Jews navigate the complexities of the modern world, their faith in the Jewish God remains a cornerstone that not only unites them as a people, but also guides their actions, sustains their resilience, and inspires their pursuit of righteousness and compassion. Conclusion. The Jewish God occupies a unique and prominent position within Judaism, shaping the beliefs, practices, and identity of the Jewish people. Throughout history, the Jewish God has been understood as a singular, eternal, and omnipotent being, transcending the limitations of the physical world. The attributes of the Jewish God encompass not only the traditional conceptions of power and supremacy, but also benevolence, justice, and compassion. These qualities shape the moral framework and ethical standards that guide the lives of adherents. Moreover, the historical role of the Jewish God is evidenced in the foundational narratives of the Jewish faith, from the creation of the world to the covenant with Abraham and the liberation from Egypt. The Jewish God's interventions in history, as depicted in sacred texts, have established a profound connection between the divine and human realms, demonstrating the enduring significance of this deity. The relationship between the Jewish God and humanity is characterized by a dynamic interplay of revelation, obedience, and covenantal responsibility. The covenantal relationship, symbolized by the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, outlines the moral and behavioral expectations for both individuals and the community. The Jewish God's ongoing presence and engagement with humanity solidify the sense of divine providence and guidance that permeates Jewish theology and worldview. Furthermore, the contemporary relevance of the Jewish God is manifested in various aspects of Jewish life, including prayer, ritual observance, ethical decision-making, and social justice advocacy. The Jewish God serves as a source of inspiration, guidance, and moral authority, influencing the personal and communal actions of Jewish individuals across the globe. Therefore, understanding the nature of the Jewish God is essential for gaining insight into the rich tapestry of Jewish faith and tradition. The Jewish God's attributes, historical role, relationship with humanity, and contemporary relevance collectively form a multidimensional understanding of the significant influence of the Jewish God within Jewish culture and society.